We do quite a bit of godly play at home. I don't know about you, but I was trained in godly play. It was really trained as if this is a thing for you to do in a group for children's church. But when I went on the course, I wasn't running a children's church group or volunteering, but I did have two small children. And at a time, they were only 2 and 3 years old, maybe even a little bit younger than that. And officially, godly play isn't even for children under 3. But I found it really, really useful. I know that lots of people think godly play is quite expensive, the kit is quite expensive, but I found that it's quite easy to make small versions of the things that you need, and to be able to use them to tell stories. So for instance, this is the kit that I use, just this and this, to tell the creation story. So we have a piece of black felt that we put out on the floor, and then each of these little canvases has got a picture on it, really basic, with a different day of creation on it. The lovely thing about the godly play way of telling stories is it's really slow. Now that's not my natural style, and it's not the way that I would have naturally told stories to children, but I found that using it and using the text that you learn off by heart in a godly play story is really helpful, because I don't meander off topic and chat about other things, and it really draws the focus onto actually what we're talking about. The repetition that the language uses helps children to draw connections between different parts of the story and between this story and other stories as well. And the focus that you get on the story is so completely different from when you read a story to children from the Bible. It's really hard to explain it unless you've done it, but I really recommend, if you know somebody who does godly play, or if you see a trial workshop or a day course or even a 3-day accreditation course, because that's what I did when I had young children, I'd really recommend you go and try it out, because it's such a lovely reflective way of doing stories with children. It gives a really wide space for children to explore the story for themselves. So the general idea is that the children come, they're welcomed, you share the story with them using simple things like these, and then you have a little time where you wonder about the story. You have questions like, I wonder what bit of the story you like most, and everyone has an answer to that question. And you ask questions like, I wonder which the most important bit of the story is, or I wonder where you are in this story. Sometimes when you do it, people want to wander in their heads, and that's completely fine. Silence is really embraced in godly play, and sometimes they can chat. So that means that if you're dealing with children who can't speak, that's completely cool, because they're allowed to wander in silence. And then when you've had your little chat and your little wander, or your silent wandering, you then just go and play with some stuff. And children are brilliant at that, especially under 5s. Just put out any old thing that they can play with, preferably really open-ended things, just like some watercolour paints, some building blocks, maybe some stickle bricks, maybe some little people to play with, and of course the things you've told the story with. And I've just found putting those things out really, really engages my children to explore the story, to dig into a particular part of the theology of the story that they're interested in. And when I first told this story, there's 7 days in the week, in case you didn't know, and this day here is the Sabbath day. And when you tell the story, you say that there's nothing on this one, and that different people put different things on. Some Christians put a cross on this day, and but this is the special day when God rested, when he'd finished creation. And it wasn't until I came back to do that story again a week later that I discovered that this one was missing. And I said to my girls, where is the 7th day gone? And my 3-year-old said to me, oh, it's upstairs in my bed. I took it up there to keep it safe because it's the special day. And that for me just spoke masses of the theology that she already has about the Sabbath, and how she could really connect with this just piece of cardboard as a canvas that represented the Sabbath day, to take it and keep it safe. So I'd really recommend that. Find a godly play course, find somebody who knows about it, and and have a go. It's brilliant for families.